What's up, guys? Would you look at that? We've got some new DLC. This one happens to be Cloak and Dagger Story for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Now we're going to ring off a couple of trophy achievements, one for completing the level and one for getting that True Believer stud requirement. And a little disclosure here, we had the multipliers on and we're not really 100% sure that that is the stud requirement, so forgive us if we are a little high or low on that. Just know that if you have those stud brick multipliers on, you will have no problem exceeding that with the quickness. Now, hey, if you are unsure of where to access your DLC, we had to actually search it out in our store. That's right, we had to search Cloak and Dagger and download it. Once we had it downloaded, we actually just queued up the map and booyaka show! There it was! But hey, shh, I'm already talking over the cutscene.
It's a little creepy. Story is, there are a couple of kids, Tyrone and Tandy. They get along, but find themselves on the wrong side of the tracks. We've all been there. But these guys, they end up getting experimented on by some kind of evil criminal mastermind. He has a particular interest in chemicals, mixing them up, seeing what happens. Kinda like when I eat multi-flavored jelly beans, try combining toffee with bubblegum. Anywho, you know how it goes. The kids get in the way, end up acquiring devastating powers. He's Cloak, she's Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, get it? Back to the evil criminal mastermind. Obviously, he has an overpowered super henchman somewhere. They never work alone, these guys. Which means Cloak and Dagger are gonna have to utilize all their fancy new powers in order to escape from the lab and the bad guys. Good luck!
As you might have guessed, I don't have a whole lot of information about these two either. However, based on what Gwenpool said, I did a little research to find out, I had a little memory that back when I was a youngster, there was a movie called Cloak and Dagger. Turns out, in 1984, there was a movie released. It had nothing to do with these two. Now, that being said, let's fast forward ahead as we use Cloak to get through to the other side. There's a portal there, which gives us access. We could use the telekinesis. Now, but fast forward ahead, as we move that fuse into place, we actually have a new TV show about to start, which is going to be Cloak and Dagger, and it is about these two. And all I can really tell you from what I researched is that two people, a male and a female, find themselves after, finding new superpowers. And I guess they fall in love and they try to figure out this superpower thing together. So probably going to be a pretty interesting show. I didn't look to see who was casted for those parts, but I'm sure it's going to be good as, it's a new show and it's got Marvel backbones in it. So you know that there's going to be some good characters and stories to be told. All right, as we move through the gate, we actually find ourselves stuck. The guy up above removed our pathway and we got to find a way to get up there. So we're going to go ahead and destroy that big tanker. Get out of the way as she blows her lid, and then you're going to switch on over to Dagger and use her claws. That's right, to go ahead and claw her way through those vines. Then use old Cloak to get up top. And once we're up top, we got to watch out for the old charging bull here. I tried to use my special power, and I almost won, but not quite. As it turns out, a couple of butt slams will usually do the trick and knock him off. However, as you saw, I plummeted to my doom as well. Luckily for Respawn, I was able to start back up top here and keep on keeping on. So let's see here. We got to push this down the old checkerboard pathway. And once we drop it like it's hot, it turns out there's a little crank that we need to use too with our telekinesis. And look at that, now we've got some bricks that we can build and play with down below. But first, wait, we gotta flip this crank around a little bit. So that's right, round and round we go. And what's it gonna do? Oh, it's gonna drop it like it's hot. That's right, it actually drops the old bridge kind of temporarily so that Dagger can get across. And now we're going to actually use some of those bricks that drop from above, as well as some that we smash here, to build up into some sort of I guess it's another crank? Yeah, look at that, it's another crank, and we'll go ahead and wind it up too. And once we do, this one actually drops it again, this time so Cloak can get through. So that's handy. There's a lever up and a lever down. That makes sense though, right? Yeah, anyways. All right, so over here in the corner, there is a flock of seagulls? What were they doing there? Well, we'll come back to that in our free play, as that is a free play item. You might have noticed there's a mini kit behind that cage over there. Don't worry, we'll get that in our free play as well. But check it out. We got to use Cloak's cloaking ability to go ahead and sneak by that security cam, then flip the switch so that Dagger can follow us along. Once we get to the end of the pier, we find ourselves, oh my goodness, we get to go ahead and teleport to this other little spot. And look at that, we sneak up behind Buddy and scare him off into the water. That's right, have a little swim, Buddy. And we'll flip that switch, which actually swings that crane around and drops a bunch of buildable bricks. However, we don't quite have access to them yet. At least we don't as Cloak, but Dagger might have a little bit better access. Now, she is a female character, so she does have the double jump ability with a little bit of extra pizzazz to it, so she can clear that gap and get over there and build them bricks. However, oh, look at that, there's a twirly pole too. Oh, this is what I was talking about though. Double jump to get across, and oh. So let's see here. I believe it's the rule of 3, as I believe I fail right here too. Let's see here. Once, twice. Oh, look at that. I made it. Woo to the who. All right, build up this giant plank and then pull down the switch there to go ahead and drop the plank. This is a very weird situation here, but we'll drop it, and then we'll go ahead and switch to Cloak to get across. Whoopsie, sorry about that, fooled you. Look at that, I pulled the chair from under him, so to speak, and he fell into the water. I tried to make the jump and no such luck, and I'm not sure what's in this water, as it seems like these guys, although they have superpowers, they can teleport, they can go invisible and all this stuff, it seems like water might be their kryptonite. I don't really know what the case is, but that water is not good for them, I can tell you that much. So flip that switch, walk across the plank, and then drop down onto this lower floating pallet, which, look at that, it's got some telekinetic abilities. We'll go ahead and lift ourselves up. That's right, going up. And then we'll drop this box down below so that our pal can get across as well. Look at that, she does it all right for us. We don't have to switch and do it for her. And look at that. All right, now we get to the end here. Now, this is kind of funny. So, first of all, I switch to Dagger right as the character jumps off the edge, and I melt to my doom. I jump up, and okay, apparently I don't weigh enough. I didn't eat my Wheaties this morning, and so I'm like kind of confused because I did an overview. You know, Tyler P. Shout out to Tyler P. for getting me all the collectible information quick style. It actually took me a while to get this level out. He had all the collectibles done within seconds of its release, which was pretty awesome. But I was overlooking the mini kit situation, and I noticed that one of them had something to do with a rod and fishing. And so I was like really scared. I did not want to do that. But look at that, it doesn't have anything to do with the mini kit. As it turns out, it gives us the gear. Turns out we were grinding some gears. You know what really grinds my gears? Not knowing where the mini kits are. That's true. All right, we make it into this last little area here. We got to battle with old Blackout, and as it turns out, he's got some telekinetic powers of his own, and he can pick up things and slam us with some box. He's also got some cronies that come in and try to get the job done for him too. So try to avoid all the red circles as he throws things at you, and of course look out for them baddies on foot that are hoofing in to do some damage too. All right, this is probably the least fun part of the video. This is one of those boss battles where you don't do a lot of damage, and it's more of a time-based thing. Like, he seriously wants to go through this whole series of moves. Like, he's got to throw some things at us, drop some things on us, shoot some things at us again. It's pretty crazy, but meanwhile, we've got Cloak out, and so it's funny. I did a little overview of the trophy achievements too, and it turns out you have to kill 20 guys with Dagger. So what do? I pull out Cloak and I go crazy trying to kill guys forever, and then I realize, oh wait a minute, I am not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Look at my aim too; it's not so good. So yeah, my best piece of advice here is get a little closer, or maybe just spam the button, pew, 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 pew. That's probably your best bet. Now, I don't know why Cloak doesn't have any kind of projectile. He doesn't throw or toss anything, which is unfortunate. So we got to use Dagger, which makes sense. Her name is Dagger, right? Dagger, the small knife. Anyways, we got that finally down, and now keep in mind, like I said, there is a trophy achievement for killing 20 guys with Dagger. So this is a perfect opportunity to do that, as the guys just kind of endlessly spawn. And, you know, here we go. We got that meter that still needs to be depleted. And, you know, here I am. I'm bouncing around as Cloak, taking out guys, right? And that's awesome, except for we need to do it as Dagger, so whoopsie. I probably should have edited that out, but when I looked at it in the timeline, it was really only about a minute. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of laugh and chuckle at me, and, you know, this would give you the opportunity to go ahead and use Dagger to get that all handled as well. Now, truth be told, I actually played the free play level and got all the mini kits and everything, so I thought. There's actually one off the dock towards the front side of your screen right here, and for whatever reason, it's like the easiest one, and I missed it. I got so worried about switching to Dagger and getting that trophy achievement that I ended up not grabbing that mini kit on the pier. It's literally just to the left and towards you, so if you're in a hurry to grab that, feel free to grab it now. We're going to get it in our free play video, which I had to replay because I didn't get that 10th mini kit. I only got 9 of them, so kind of funny, but you know what? We all have our days. Today is not mine, and I'm okay with that. I got it all done, and the free play should be up soon. I know I kind of mixed things up on you as we've been releasing story and free play videos on the Gwenpool missions, one in the morning, one in the evening, and today I switched it up on you. I got one story in the morning for Gwenpool and a story at night, too. Don't worry, the free plays will be up tomorrow. Long story short, turns out I'm going on another vacation that I didn't know about, and I got to get some videos up, and the order just seemed right. But I also wanted to get this Cloak and Dagger out as it's already Wednesday, and the game came out yesterday.
So, that was Blackout, huh? He didn't last too long, did he? That's what happens when you mess around with Dark Force manipulation, kids. I know what you're thinking. What happened to the evil criminal mastermind? There'll be a twist here somewhere, but I can't work out what it is. Hi, Mo. Looks like Cloak and Dagger just need to start enjoying their powers. I mean, that's what I do. You get what you're given. Gotta see the positive side.
Booyaka show! Boy, that made me wait a long time. Even my edit, I had to wait like 3 or 4 seconds before that finally kicked off. But hey, check it out. We actually completed the level, which unlocks free play. We also got the True Believer, which is going to give us another trophy achievement called In the Light of Darkness. So, yeah, that's pretty sweet. We got 2 of the handful of trophy achievements that are available in this DLC pack. Now, we're going to go ahead and return in free play, of course, and get all of those mini kits. We're going to freely and get the remaining character tokens. However, we get a handful that were already unlocked before we played this level, but we're going to go ahead and showcase them one by one. I actually did this in the beginning of the video, but I edited it out because I felt like it was kind of redundant, and I figured the totals was the best. So we had Blackout. We also had Cloak, which was one of our heroes. Blackout was the enemy, by the way. Dagger is the other hero, and the one that we needed to use to take out the 20 baddies, which I failed miserably on. And next up, what do we got? We got Mr. Negative. That's right. That sounds like me in the mornings when I haven't had my Wheaties yet. Yep, Mr. Negative. And what do we got next? We got, Nightmare. That sounds like me when the wife has had chili. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to throw the wife under the bus. But anyways, let's see. Shroud. I don't know anything about Shroud. And honestly, I know nothing about any of these guys other than what I've already shared. And like I was saying earlier, I was so worried about that whole mini kit situation that I ended up not getting that mini kit, but I got the trophy achievement. But now I didn't use that video because I had not got the mini kit. So, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll get the free plays up for both that last Gwenpool mission and this DLC soon enough. And hey, if you're into that sort of thing, check us out on social media. If you got some extra time, we got this Thumbie Must See. Maybe you've already seen it. If not, check it out. As for me, that's gonna do it. As always, until next time.